This video is a short introduction of Unity's scripting language. I am going to create a cube for now, and I'm also going to create a sphere. And next, on my assets, I'm going to create a C# script. I'm going to name it test script. Next, I'm going to double click and it's going to open on Monodevelop. And here is my script. Here you have two functions, the start and the update. The start function gets executed once and once only whenever the object gets created, and the update gets executed several times. So I'm going to create a variable here, string. I'm going to name it player name equals general, and also I want to print that to the console. To do that, you can use debug.log and then player name. Oops, looked like I misspelled the player name, so I'm gonna change it. To change the name, I'm gonna highlight the variable I'm gonna change, right click, refactor, and then rename. Now once I change here, notice that it will also change on every location throughout the code. So I have one appearance of this variable right here on line 11. So now note that once I delete this letter R, we will also delete from here from line 11. So this is a safe way to rename a variable. You can print something to the console using debug.log, or you can also use just print. Either way will work. So player name. I save it, and then I'm going to go back to my Unity. So now here on the inspector I have a little preview of what I have. I'm going to drag and drop this test script on the cube and also on sphere, because I want both objects to have the same script. This saves a lot of time because you can write one script and that script can run on multiple objects. So I'm going to drag and drop on cube, and then I'm also going to drag and drop on sphere. So if I click on cube and if I go to my task script, the script, and notice that Unity placed a empty space between test and script, which is fine. Now notice that you cannot see the variable, and the reason you cannot see the variable here is because on Monodevelop we did not make this variable public. So let's change that now. Public, and I'm gonna save it. And now going back to my Unity, I can now see the player name. Now also notice that Unity capitalized the P, and if you remember from our Monodevelop code, the P is not capitalized. If we go to the sphere, we're gonna see the same thing. Player name is right there. But now I don't want to print general anymore. I want to print sphere general on the sphere, and on my cube I want to print cube general. Now it's the same script on both objects, but it can change a variable to be unique to that object. So whenever we run this program, and if you see the console, now you can see that the sphere printed sphere general and the cube printed cube general. And also notice that the reason you print twice for sphere general and twice for cube general is because, if you remember, we wrote the print statement twice, one with debug.log, the other one with print. And this is how you write a script to be used on two different objects.